Hi everyone, this is Yanling. So today I'm going to talk about my project, Revival of Green City, a green-blue loop to address ecological, social, and economic inequity in the first ward of Buffalo. The first ward sits on the edge of downtown Buffalo in the Buffalo River by the lake area. It is one of the 5 original wards created when Buffalo was incorporated as a city in 1832. Shifting the economic conditions and public policies in the 20th century spurred disinvestment in this neighborhood, which stressed the community fabric and vitality. Compared to the city overall, it has more than a third of the residents fall below the poverty line. Due to the climate change, they have more potential of suffering from public health issues. The Irish, who had first came here to help dig the canal, stayed there. Then the grain industry created many jobs. As it grew, so did other industries like steel and chemical manufacturing. Even though the First World had faded nowadays, the rich history and cultural heritage would never. They scattered throughout the neighborhood, celebrating the past and present of those remarkable places. Most of the historical landmarks, like green elevators, railways, lifted bridges, are still sitting along the river, which are all the inspirations of the following design and planning. So most of the residents are proud of the character and the history of their community, but they are still facing various problems. Those maps are telling that compared to the city overall, residents are less likely to be physically active, more likely to have physical mental issue, and more likely to experience displacement. From neighborhood itself, the loss of the open space and habitat fragmentation put ecosystems resilience at risk. The existing brownfield and abandoned sites occupying limited urban land. So the opportunity to renew the promise of environmental justice by the Green New Deal could be addressed here. That is to provide equitable access to healthy land and water. Therefore, to meet the big goal, cross-bounding strategies are proposed from 4 aspects that target on ecological, social, economic, and political standpoint, and each of them have various strategic prototypes that could be applied on the specific sites. So for the ecological prototype, smart typologies are designed to enhance green space, riverfront, and shoreline. For a social prototype, open space accessibility and connectivity, and how landscape work to be anti-nodes, and how historical sites can be fully linked to human activities are discussed here. For economic prototype, diversity of development and use, transportation systems will be emphasized. Last but not least, considering the potential gentrification, political strategies are also discussed. Community land trust and other non-profit organizations will be included to ensure the equity of housing and public spaces, as well as a potential employment. The overall master plan is more focused on the open public space at this stage, and I'm gonna explain more in detail through separate sites. Um, so the structure of the whole community can be identified as one green corridor and one water corridor. And from the planning framework standpoint, the goal is to strengthen connectivity of the sites by building this green-blue loop, thus activating the whole neighborhood. To test it out, 3 key sites are identified. And also, according to the research, residents have limited access to the open space. So the other goal of the master plan is to create more and equal access. Site 1 is a linear corridor which goes across the neighborhood. This is a multi-use nature greenway which promotes the social connectivity from downtown to Buffalo River waterfront. It aims to strengthen the accessibility, reduce disparities and promote vibrant, healthy community by prioritizing the concerns and needs of different groups, involving various landscape types into a park to enrich the perceptions. And so far, residents have limited access to those green spaces. Thus, the boundary of the parks are dissolved. More access are provided, and the 5 minutes walk and 1 minute bike service areas pretty much cover the whole neighborhood. Strategic prototypes of each aspect are blended into the site design. The first half of the linear corridor is more designed to meet the social value, providing for different kinds of recreational uses and programming year-round. The area with purple grids are managed by cooperative ownership, and the second half of the site is the red jacket front park, which is meant for investing and enhancing nature. It will also be given functions like urban orchards and urban shelter that design for future uncertainties. The whole site is linked by this linear bike walk path from Green Street to long and narrow middle line, open forest, and finally to the riverfront riparian wetland. It provides a shortcut with abundant viewpoints linking downtown with Buffalo waterfront. For site 2 and 3, the riverfront and shoreline of this part of the city have rich historical landmarks, but kind of fragile ecosystems. Due to this, the site has huge opportunity to renew the premise of environmental justice by cleaning up existing hazardous waste and abandoned sites, but go beyond remediation and ensure the frontline community can receive adequate support. From political and management standpoints, those two sites could be redistributed to ownership like community land trust, involve new strategic land conservation through state-level incentive program, encourage local residents to participate in it, have decommissioned infrastructure services to manage abandoned sites for redevelopment and meet the needs of the surrounding community. So here's side 2, which is more designed to meet the ecological and economic values. At this part has the existing industrial area across the river. So to make compensation for this, a soft edge with vertical vegetation is designed to offset the brownfield impacts. According to research, the neighborhood has the potential of limited access to fresh food. Thus, the two existing underused elevators are given different functions related to food productive systems. The one down here is for seed storage and generator, and the one up here is for the vertical farms. All of them are meant to prepare for current and future food needs. The giant elevators will be changed into a green elevator having experience center attached to it. From the section view, the green elevator could both collect water from rain events and filtrate water from Buffalo River used for irrigation of the vertical farm. As for the underused Mandarin Railway, medial field and railway camping could be combined here to provide unique outdoor activity, as well as have year-round venues to involve in ecological restoration. Site 3 is a combination of half of the riverfront and the harbor shoreline. The Silo City is meant to activate historic site with economic values, as well as riverfront restoration. It is a continuation of Site 2. All of the current buildings are proposed to be multi-used, holding community events, galleries, art and cultural events, farmers market, and the residents are encouraged to involve in management. So for the outer harbor shoreline, it is designed to meet ecological goals, being more resilient to future erosion. From this little diagram, we can see that as there's highway that cut off the riverfront with the shoreline, to improve the access, a linkage bridge is proposed. Also, a softer lake area edge greatly expands the quality of the shorelines and diversity of the marine habitats by attracting various wild animals. Off-shoreline birds, nesting islands, constructed reefs for fish habitats, and those water shallowing bridge or expand the variability of in-water recreational opportunities and resilience levels. That's all. Thank you.